Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome to our first retro rebuild here on Madden 26. I cannot wait. This is my favorite time of the Madden cycle, when the retro rebuilds start pouring in and we are finally ready to go, at least for now. And we are starting hot. We're starting with a very interesting one that I'm super excited to do, and that is the aging greatest show on turf. Yes, that's right. We are going to be rebuilding the 2004 St. Louis Rams. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys go and enjoy. If you do, leave a like, subscribe, challenge on the Juice Club. Let's get into it. This is our roster for the 2004-2005 NFL season. Now, I do want to point out that this is a retro roster that was made by somebody else, so the player portraits slash the overalls are going to be not what you would expect maybe sometime. Maybe the overalls are probably closer to what you expect, but the player portraits mostly. Some players are not going to have their actual portrait. That's just the way that it goes sometimes, so if that doesn't ruin the immersion for you, that's good. If it does, I understand. It's not great for me either, but it's what we have. So this is our 2004 St. Louis Rams roster. And doing this video, I just know that I'm going to start saying the St. Louis Rams again when I get back to like modern times, and I'm going to, instead of the LA Rams, I'm going to get confused. I just know myself. So we have Mark Bulger at starting quarterback. He's 27. He's not the guy, at least not in real life. He was never the guy, but obviously they've moved on from Kurt Warner when Kurt Warner was the quarterback when they won the Super Bowl in 2001. We got an aging Marshall Faulk, 31 years old. We've got a pretty good wide receiver room of Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, but Torrey Holt's 28 years old, and I'm sure Bruce is in his 30s. Let me check for sure. Isaac Bruce is 31. So we've got an aging room here, aging offense. We've got Orlando Pace, but Orlando Pace is 28. He should be good enough to survive the rebuild, and I'm a big fan of Orlando Pace, so I'll probably keep him around anyway. And then on the defense, it is not a lot. We got Adam Archuleta. We've got not much. So this Rams team is in desperate need of some help. There is one bright spot, and that is the fact that we have a young rookie, Steven Jackson, who, as we know, is a really, really good running back in real life, or was in his heyday. So that's promising. We also have a young center who's a rookie in Larry Turner. So we can just Turner it over to him, the position. And we should be good there. So the offense isn't going to need as much work as the defense is, but the defense is definitely going to need some work. And the offense is definitely going to need work too. Let's go over here and load in the 2005 NFL draft class so that we can get started. Never mind. The draft class import was canceled or failed. Excuse me? Why was it canceled or failed? That doesn't make any sense. What about 2011? The draft class was imported and canceled. Wait, what? Why is it screwing up? What about 2012? Draft classes. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. I don't know why it's messed up. Maybe it's glitched or something. I don't know. Let me back out and back in and do some stuff. And if I can get it figured out, I'll try. I'll bring you guys back in. If not, then we can kind of scrap this video, I guess. Okay, I was able to get it, thankfully. I don't know what was going on there. It must have just got glitched for some reason. And we have the 2005 draft class in. Again, I didn't make these draft classes or these rosters, so if you have any problems with the way that people are rated, it's not my problem. So we just got to go with what we have. 2005, we've got some good players in here. Obviously, you got Aaron Rodgers. You've got... where's the other dude at? Where's Alex Smith at? Why is Alex Smith not in here? What's going on with this roster? Where's Alex Smith at? Oh, apparently he's a tight end. Oh. Well, I gotta change that. I don't know why Alex Smith would be a tight end. Let me go and okay. There's a lot. I told you this is really early stuff with the draft classes. So there's gonna be some mistakes. There's gonna be some stuff going on. Let me go and fix this real quick because you gotta have Alex Smith. So I'm gonna fix this and then we can actually get this rebuild started. Okay, so I fixed it. We now have Alex Smith as a quarterback in this league. I don't know why he wasn't a quarterback in the first place, but now he's a quarterback and he should go top 5, thankfully. We have Aaron Rodgers still, so now we can actually get started with this rebuild. And with this rebuild, I think I want to take it in a different direction than I normally would. And I think I want to move on from some of our old aging guys, like Isaac Bruce, like Torrey Holt. I know those guys are great players, and they're on, I mean, Torrey Holt's on a 5-year contract. We could stay forever with Torrey Holt, but I think I want to make this a little bit more interesting. So we're going to move on from Torrey Holt. He's on a cheap contract. He's got 5 years left, but I kind of want to see what I can get for him. I can probably get a first-round pick. I can get 2028, which would be 2007 first-round pick, because 2026 would be 2005. Yeah, so 2007 first-round pick. So that's how we got to think about it. We could get Reggie Wayne, who's 25. We could replace Torrey Holt with Reggie Wayne. I think that might be actually what I might do. They're both X Factors. We know that 2026 first round, so 2005 first round pick from the 49ers, who are really bad because obviously they end up with the number 1 overall pick and get Alex Smith. Brandon Lloyd, a first. I think I gotta do this. I know Reggie Wayne looks like a pretty good option, but I was looking for a first-round pick this year, and they're willing to give me it. So, although Andre Johnson and a first-round pick in a couple of years, ooh, a 23-year-old Andre Johnson, a first-round pick in 2007. I might do this. I got to do that. I can't pass up Andre Johnson. He's 23 years old. He will be our number 1 wide receiver for the entirety of this rebuild. So Andre Johnson, welcome aboard. We're not going to move Orlando Pace because he's locked down for the video. Isaac Bruce is next up on the list. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a first-round pick for Isaac Bruce, unfortunately. Maybe somebody will give me it. I'm really just looking for young players like a Jason Witten. Now we're talking. Okay, Jason Witten is interesting, but I'm mainly just looking for draft picks so I can build through the draft. But a young player might not be bad. LaCharles Bentley, I like that. I do. We can move our center that we have there to guard. I kind of like the LaCharles Bentley deal. He's 24. He's 85 overall. I don't want to do this because I want to get draft picks, but I can't pass up on LaCharles Bentley. And then we can just move our center, who we have, Larry Turner. We can just move him to guard, and we can be totally fine there. Speaking of guard, we have Adam Timmerman, who we probably should move on from. So these guys are all locked down. Well, LaCharles got 1 year left, but he will be locked down eventually. Timmerman we can move on from, and probably Marshall Faulk as well, although there's no trade packages for Marshall or for these two guys combined. What about just Marshall? No. What about just Timmerman? Okay, so both of them are going to have to be put into a deal together, and we're going to have to make it up on our own. So how do I get this done? Well, considering we're going to trade Mark Bolger, most likely, should we try Craig Krenzel out? That could be pretty fun. The Cowboy. Let's see. Who do I want to be my quarterback? Do I want to draft a quarterback? Because there's not really a quarterback available in 2005 unless we want to get Aaron Rodgers or Alex Smith. I mean, there's two. Do we want to go down that route? I feel like I've already gone down that route in a previous rebuild last year or something. There's Kurt Warner. We could try to get young Eli Manning and build off of him as a rookie. That could be fun. That could be fun. We got Tom Brady at 27. Or we could do like a Ben Roethlisberger type. Or obviously Phillip Rivers. Yeah, Phillip Rivers. Where do I want to go with this quarterback room? Do I want to just take Rodgers or Alex Smith, or do I want to go with a different direction here? Because there's Phillip Rivers, rookie quarterback, could go that way. We could go young Drew Brees, bring him to the Rams. How hard would it be to get Drew Brees on this roster? Probably more than just these guys, yeah. So Drew Brees is probably out of the question. We'd have to give up Orlando Pace and 3 first-round picks, or 5 first-round picks and a second, or Mark Bulger, LaCharles Bentley, and 2 first-round picks. So Drew Brees is attainable, but not for this price. This price is asking a little bit too much. Although this one doesn't seem horrible, but I'm not going to do it. So Drew Brees is out of the question, at least for this video. Maybe we'll do a video with Drew Brees in the future. Donovan McNabb, and I have all kinds of different roster years, so we can do different eras too. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I mean, we don't have to trade for a quarterback. We could always just go with... I just wanted to see what it was. We could always just go with Rodgers or Smith if we wanted to. But I kind of want to shake things up and do a different type of rebuild. I don't want to just draft one of the quarterbacks. I mean, we could wait till 2006 and get, like, Vince Young. That could be kind of cool. What's Ben got? What's Big Ben got? No trade packages for a rookie quarterback in Big Ben? Okay. Noted. Noted. What about the Giants and Eli? There's no way he's got... I was going to say, there's no way he's got no trade packages. Just Andy McCollum at 34 years old. You know what? That's a deal. Give me my new franchise quarterback in Eli Manning. And now we're going to have to make this same deal. We have running back already situated for now. So we can kind of think somewhere else. Maybe we go for a young wide receiver. Is there a young wide receiver that's not going to be super valuable, but we know they're going to turn into something? Or at least they'll have the potential to turn into something. Larry Fitzgerald, rookie Larry could be fun. Let's keep moving. Maybe we'll come back to Larry. He'd probably be too difficult to get, especially for the guys that we're offering. The wide receiver room back in the day just wasn't very deep. Just wasn't a very deep position back in the day. There wasn't a lot of deep talent. We could go for a young Steve Smith. That might be fun. And that trade offer is accepted. So Steve Smith will come over. Okay. I didn't expect that to go through straight up. That's pretty interesting. So now we have Andre Johnson and Steve Smith as our 1-2 punch instead of Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce. That's kind of crazy. Let's see what Mark Bulger can bring us. I think we have to... Lance Briggs, a couple of draft picks as well. That might be where we go. We can get London Fletcher in a first in 2007. Do I really want to load up on first-round picks in 2007? Marcus Washington. Bulger actually has decent value. We can get a 2006 first-round pick from the Dolphins, who aren't going to be that good. We can still end up getting a first-round pick from the Niners. They need a quarterback. Before I accept the trade, let me take a look at what our capital looks like at this point. So we have 2 first-round picks this year. We have a first-round pick next year, and we have 2 first-round picks in 2007. So our first-round capital is looking good, but we need a little bit more. I'd like a little bit more. So as much as Lance Briggs is enticing, I'm not going to accept that one. I want a little bit more first-round value. And we are getting some first-round value, but it's for 2007, unfortunately. These 2 for 2006 is interesting. It would mean for 3 straight years we'd have at least 2 first-round picks. And getting Brandon Lloyd probably isn't the worst thing in the world. We could maybe develop him. Although Aaron Glenn and a pick this year probably would be the right move, right? Unless we want to... Do we want to just bank on the fact that 2006 and 2007 are going to be better drafts? Well, we don't have to bank. We know that they're who the players are going to be. I don't really know where I want to go with this. Do I take the first round pick this year? Or do I take one of the first round picks next year? Along with a potential really good player in Brandon Lloyd or a young guard in Wade Smith. I think I'm going to take the first round pick next year and Brandon Lloyd. I think that's what I'm going to do. So Bolger goes out the door. Adam Archuleta we will also trade. Is he going to be valued at a first round pick? Probably not. We could get Dwight Smith. We could get Quentin Jammer's an interesting one. I kind of like that, actually. Bring in a big-time corner. Darren Sharp. I do like that one. I do like the Darren Sharper. Albert Hainsworth straight up. Ooh. Big time. I got to do that. No, Adam Archuleta's 26. Do I really trade Adam Archuleta? 26-year-old dude. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. I think we just try to trade the right tackle and then we're good. Can I get a replacement right tackle for him? We can get Keyshawn Johnson. It doesn't look like they're going to offer me just a straight up right tackle. I may have to offer one in return. What kind of right tackle market are we looking at here? Who's good and not super valuable? That's always what we're trying to do. The right tackle market actually has a lot of dev trait potential. David Dahl or Deal. I always forget how to say his name. Okay, this is actually kind of reasonable. We could probably get this. If I were to send them Grant Williams as well, who's an aging left tackle that we don't need, and I was also willing to send them something else. We have 2 fourth-round picks next year in 2007. That's not going to get the job done. He might be too valuable. He might be just too valuable. Robert Gallery's a big one, but he's going to be way too valuable. I don't know if there's a guy that I want. What about Nate Dorsey or Nat Dorsey? Is he more attainable? He is more attainable. Okay, I could be on board with taking him. If they're willing to give him for cheap. It doesn't seem like they are. 2 fourth-round picks. See, now we're starting to get into weird territory where I'm not really willing to give that much. We do have Sean McDonald, who we don't need since we got Brandon Lloyd. That got it pretty close. I have 2 fifth-round picks this year. Okay, that gets it done. So it's a little bit of a weird trade, but let's take a look at what our roster looks like now at this point after we've kind of rearranged everything. We rearrange it, and we've got Bentley. We're going to move Turner to guard. Larry Turner gets moved to guard just so he'll play a little bit more. And then the offensive line. I mean, the offensive line's looking real good. The offensive line's looking really, really good. It might even be done. We've got our quarterback, we've got our running back, we've got 3 wide receivers, we just need a tight end, and the offense is pretty much done there. And then on defense, we do need to work on the defense. We didn't really get anybody on defense except for... Actually, no, we didn't get anybody on defense. So we do need to work on the defense. Okay, so that is going to be our focus for this rebuild. We still kept Adam Archuleta. We have Butler, who's young. All right, so the only thing we need on offense is a tight end. And then the... defense needs pretty much every single position, so we'll focus on that. I'm going to simulate year number 1. Hopefully we're bad and we get a top pick. If not, we'll see how it goes. We'll figure out where we go from there, and we'll move on to the offseason. We have a lot of money, so maybe we can make some splashes in free agency. That could be pretty fun. We finished year number 1, and we had a somewhat successful season. 5-12 is not actually good, but it's good for us considering we're trying to rebuild this team and get the best draft pick possible. I did go in and change the offensive playbook to Bengals playbook because I wanted to boost Eli Manning's stats so that he would be uh, potential rookie of the year and potential dev trade upgrades and all that kind of stuff. So I did go in and change that as I started simulating. Let's take a look at the all-around stats and see how everybody did. So 4,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 15 interceptions for Eli Manning. It's not a great year, but again, I only did it to boost his overall so that we could started winning games in a couple of years. Defense or rushing, we didn't really do much because we have Bengal playbook. 2 1,000-yard receivers, including Brandon Lloyd, which is kind of interesting. I thought it might be Steve Smith, but I'm assuming Brandon Lloyd is in the slot. But Andre Johnson has a great year. So our 3-man wide receiver room looks pretty good as of right now. Defensively, we have 111 tackles from not CJ 2K. I know that's what his player portrait or his picture looks like, but it's just regular Chris Johnson. Then we have Antoine Edwards, Adam Archuleta, Travis Fisher, and Pisa Tenosomoa. I don't know. Whatever. They all get over 100 tackles. Pretty good for them. Leonard Little gets 18. Pisa gets 10. Sack leader is Leonard Little with 7.5. Ryan Pickett had 4.5. Good for him. Travis Fisher led the team with 2 interceptions. The rest of the guys had just 1. So it's not a great defensive season, not a great season in general, but it's good because it also potentially gets us a good draft pick. We have to hope that the other first-round pick that we have is going to be good. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't remember what team it is. It's going to be Eagles and Colts in the Super Bowl. Okay. Very interesting. But remember, we got to focus on defense in this offseason/draft. Because our defense is not anywhere near good enough. Colts win the Super Bowl. Okay. So Peyton Manning gets it done. And he also wins league MVP. Corey Dillon and Joey Porter are the players of the year. And unfortunately, we don't win Offensive Rookie of the Year with Eli Manning. It goes to Darius Watts of the Broncos. And DJ Williams, also of the Broncos, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So Broncos had a good year. I was kind of hoping Eli would get Rookie of the Year. That would have really helped us out. But that's okay. We'll take a look at possible dev trade upgrades. We do get up to a 79 overall for Eli, but no star dev for him. Dorsey has X Factor, by the way. That's kind of sick. We do get our tight end to go up to star dev, which is kind of annoying, actually. I don't know why he's up to star dev, but whatever. Steven Jackson was revealed to have star. Nothing probably on the defense. Although Pisa and Leonard Little go up to star. That's kind of cool, I guess. Maybe they can actually make an impact. Who knows? Probably not, but we need to work on this defense. And I was really hoping that Eli... I don't know if I want to use another year of Bengal playbook to keep growing Eli. Maybe the 1 year was all we needed of Bengal playbook. We have a ton of money. Over $260 million in cap room. That's kind of huge, actually. That is kind of huge. We have to re-sign LaCharles Bentley. Good thing he wants to be here. So we're going to lock him down for the remainder of this rebuild. And he is going to return to the team and be our starting center. Beautiful. Adam Archuleta, he's a little bit more expensive, but we have plenty of money to work with. So I will pay Adam Archuleta, maybe a little bit over value, but I'll still pay him. Is that Roger McCreary? Is that his picture? I don't know why it's on Adam Archuleta's player. And he's going to come back. Welcome back, Archuleta, Brandon Lloyd, Larry Turner. Anybody else of note? Not really. Tom Nutton, I don't think we need. We can find another guard some point. I definitely want to get back Brandon Lloyd and Larry Turner, though. So let's offer Brandon Lloyd a 4-year contract. We're still over $200 million, so we're still really good on money. We can really make a slash and break, see if there's a guy there that we want. We're going to bring Brandon Lloyd back. Perfect. And then Larry Turner is going to come back. And I think that might be the rest of it. I think that might be all we're going to do. I don't think we're going to bring back Antoine Edwards or anything. Because we can find just replacements in the first place. No, he's going to play for a new team. Wow, I thought I overpaid him. Franchise tag is $11 million, not too bad. I thought I overpaid him drastically, but I guess we didn't. I want to bring back Antoine. I think I can find somebody better than Antoine Edwards. Ryan Pickett did have a decent year. I'll bring him back for depth and because I don't have a backup or another option. So I will offer Ryan Pickett a contract. And then if we get somebody better, then obviously we can replace him. But for right now, we'll offer him a contract. Tom Nutton, I don't really want. I think we can just let everybody else go. We'll go into free agency. I don't know what free agency is going to look like. I don't know who's up for contracts. I don't know who re-signed or who didn't re-sign, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of just up in the air. And a lot of these guys are going to be 0 overall upgrades. Can't really do much with that. Let's sign some free agents. Please be a good class. It's not necessarily a good class. It's got a lot of offensive linemen. And Jerome Bettis, the bus. But so many tackles. It's all tackles. It's entirely offensive tackles and kickers and punters. And a couple of running backs. That's kind of hilarious, actually. Peter Warwick, Randall Gay. Okay, so we have a ton of money, but there's not really anyone to spend it on. We could bring back Marshall Falk. Not really anybody to spend it on. What kind of young players are available? I do kind of like the Ryan Leela offer. We do need another guard since we let Nutton go, so I will offer Ryan Leela a contract. And we have plenty of money to do so. So we'll offer him a contract, and we will offer... Do I want to offer anybody else? Not really. There's not really anybody else here that super intrigues me. I mean, there's a couple of cool players, but nobody that I absolutely have to have. Martin Gramatica is Hutchinson's picture. That's kind of funny. So we're going to bring in... Most likely, we're going to bring in Leela to be the left guard. So our offensive line will still be good. I could use a tight end, actually. I could use a tight end. We don't have any free safeties. Okay, we're really low on depth. So maybe I should sign a free safety. Let me look at tight end first. No. Nobody here that I want. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. What about defensive tackle? No. Edge rusher? No. Willie McGinnis is old. Corner, nah. R.W. McQuarters, though, is kind of funny. We need a free safety, so here's where we're going to have to make some decisions. Who do we want to go after? We could go after somebody with star dev like Jerome Sapp, or we could take a guy like Quentin Michael, who also has star dev. He's 24. I think I might try to go after him. We've got the money to do so. And we need a safety. So Quentin Michael is going to be my safety. There's no reason he shouldn't accept this contract. It's severely overpaying for a free safety. That is for sure. And then, you know what? I'm going to grab Ryan Clark, too, because we need a backup, and I think Ryan Clark is funny. Sometimes. So we're going to offer him a contract. He's going to back up Adam Archuleta. And that is going to be our free agency, I think. Yeah, we should get although Ryan Leland we might actually not get. But I did overpay him. Okay, we got everybody. Perfect. We were able to sign everybody that I wanted, and now we'll go to the draft and focus on the defense. That is going to be where we need to focus on the most. So let's get to it. Let's get to the draft. I still don't know what pick we're actually at. Like what number pick we're actually picking at on either of our picks. I would assume we got to be like top 5, right? There couldn't have been more than 5 teams that were worse than us. Maybe a couple. But I wouldn't think there's that many teams that were that bad this year. But maybe there were. I don't know. I honestly haven't checked. We'll upgrade all those players, even though they never get upgraded. And then private workouts. Okay, so I did scout. Well, that's just not true. Potentially undrafted, potentially undrafted. All right, so maybe this draft class isn't a good indicator of who of this. I might have to find a new one. I didn't realize this was going to be so bad. But we're already too far into this rebuild to not keep going. So we'll just keep moving on. We'll have to fight through it, see if we can get through the muck that is this draft class. I didn't realize it was as bad as it is. Let's scout like Carlos Rogers and Antrell Roll. We'll grab a couple corners. I'm still going to draft these two guys because I know they're going to be good. I don't know why it says potentially undrafted, though. And then we do need a D tackle. We need to look at D tackle, probably. I kind of like the idea of Sean Cody. But I don't really see anybody else that I need or want. Erasmus James could be nice. Justin Tuck down here. That's going to be useful. Okay. Forgot about Justin Tuck. We'll go after those guys, and we will see where we are picking because we need to take a look at the mock draft. All right, mock draft time. So the Cardinals are going to take Alex Smith, number 1 overall. No surprise there. The Browns with Braylon Edwards. Deja vu. Adam Jones, Ronnie Brown, Cedric Benson. Okay, so here we are at 6. They have us taking Travis Johnson. I don't think that's going to happen. And I just realized that the Browns have both the picks because they still have the Jaguars pick. It's whatever. Jason Campbell, Fabian Washington. A lot of corners going off the board. So if we're going to want a corner, we're going to have to take one in the first round. We don't need Logan Mankins because our offensive line is pretty much good. They also have us taking Sean Cody in 25, which I don't necessarily hate because we do need a D tackle. But if we want a corner, we got to take it at 6 or trade down, I guess. We could grab Antrell Roll. I wouldn't hate that. I don't really want any of the other corners that are projected to go. I don't see DeMarcus Ware or anything like that. They're not projected to go in the first round, Sean Merriman or DeMarcus Ware, which is really strange because obviously they are first-round picks, but for some reason this draft class has them undrafted. I don't know. Let's figure out how this plays out. I don't think I'm going to trade down. I think I'm just going to let it play out the way that it is. So we're here at 6. It goes pretty much exactly how the draft or the board said it was going to go. So we could just take Antrell Roll and be good at corner, or we could take DeMarcus Ware and Sean Merriman. I don't know if them being potentially undrafted has any effect on their overall. I have no idea. I honestly didn't look when I was changing to Alex Smith. I didn't look to see how good everybody else was, obviously. So I think I'm just going to take the guarantee that we know Antrell Roll is going to be good. Maybe number 6 is a little bit high for Antrell Roll, but he's a stud, so we grab him, and then we have pick number 25, and it looks like DeMarcus Ware and Sean Merriman both fall out of the first round, or at least top of the first round. That's very interesting. Do I take them, or do I take Sean Cody here? Because we do need a D tackle. We do need a D tackle. I did re-sign Ryan Pickett, but Sean Cody would be a pretty decent one to take. And I know all these guys have their height is all messed up and stuff. I don't know what that's all about. It's just all around bad draft class. But I think I am going to take Sean Cody here. He ends up being number 240 in true value. Okay. I guess that was a bad pick? I didn't expect that to be such a bad pick. Well, now I'm curious about these guys. What about DeMarcus Ware? How bad is he? He's number 342. Okay, but he has hidden... What is happening? He's got Fs everywhere. This draft class is just the worst, apparently. I have no idea what's happening right now, but we just got DeMarcus Ware in the second round. Sean Merriman's still available. I mean, I'm going to take him. What else am I going to do? He has hidden dev. He's got unbelievable... Okay. All right. This whole draft class... It was good that we did this, though. It was good that we found out that this draft class is bad, because now I'm going to have to go through and look for new draft classes, because I'm assuming all of them are like this. Because they're all made by the same guy. But that's good to know now. Now we know I'm not going to use these anymore. It's good to have this known. I might as well take David Pollock. Is he going to be good? He's at home. Okay, so he's actually not good. You guys should have taken him. You know what? Get out of the draft. Get me out of the draft. We're going to have to rely on the West Super Bowl here. We're going to have to rely on developing players and overalls. That's really and playing, obviously. That's how we're going to win the Super Bowl for this year. Because I don't know. I'm going to have to keep using these draft classes because otherwise we're not going to have a video. So we're just going to have to try to get through the muck that is these draft classes. I'll try to find some new ones. But, yeah, like we have 29 overall DeMarcus Ware, 32 overall Sean Merritt. Why are these overalls so messed up? But they're so he has 97 speed, but he's a 29 overall. How is that even possible? Because he's got 30 every. What is wrong with this draft class? What happened? I had no idea it was like this. Well, we're not going to be using these anymore. We also took Dan Orlovsky. That's kind of funny. Okay, this is a little bit weird, I'll say. I am going to adjust them because they should not be 12 overall or 29 overall, whatever they are. The Browns got Aaron Rodgers. That's hilarious. We will update these guys. And then I'm going to go through and fix everybody because apparently they're all screwed up. All the rookies. Oh, just what I wanted to do. Just what I wanted to do. Luckily, our offense is still pretty good. Defense is now going to need some fixing with DeMarcus Ware and Sean Merriman. Antrel Roll's good. I got a good pick there. But I have no idea. I don't know, man. I'll figure it out, and then I will simulate the season, and we'll go from there. But I don't know what happened with these draft classes, man. I apologize. So the year is over. We made the playoffs 10-7 because I did switch the playbook to Buffalo because obviously I wanted to win games now in year number 2. So you got to go to a playbook that wins, and Buffalo's playbook does win. But we're still not that good of a team to where the playbook is going to get us a Super Bowl just yet. But we're close. Eli had a much better year, 4,100 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks, a much better year. Steven Jackson had a much better year, except for didn't really get any touchdowns, but he had 1,000 yards. And then 2 1,000-yard receivers, 1,200 yards for Johnson, 1,100 for Steve Smith. Defensively, I did go and change the overalls and everything like that for Sean Merriman and DeMarcus Ware. I think I made them both like a 75 overall, something like that. And Merriman ends up putting up 103 tackles, Archuleta with 108, and DeMarcus Ware with 89. Tackle for loss leader is DeMarcus Ware with 14, and he also led the team with 11 sacks. And then that is pretty good there. A couple interceptions for a few people. All right, good season, a lot better of a season than we had in year number 1, but that was by design. And now we go to the playoffs. I don't think we're going to make it very far. Probably not even make it out this game, and we don't. We don't win, and we are bumped out of the playoffs after 1 round. That's classic EA Sports. That's classic Madden, man. But maybe, now that we have the foundational pieces, we can actually win the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's going to be next year. Probably not. Maybe. You never know. Depending on what kind of free agency class we look like. We'll upgrade the rest of these guys. I really should just cut those 0 overall guys so they're off the team. But it looks like Donovan McNabb won the MVP. It's Patriots and Falcons. A few years too early, but it is Patriots-Falcons in the Super Bowl. Come on, Brady. And it looks like Brady got it done. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That makes me happy. If I wasn't going to win it, I'm glad that the Brady Patriots win it. We'll take a look at the recap real quick. We get ourselves Corey Dillon winning Super Bowl MVP. Donovan McNabb wins the MVP of the league. Corey Dillon also won the Offensive Player of the Year. Tommy Harris, Defensive Player of the Year. We win Defensive Rookie of the Year with DeMarcus Ware. Kyle Orton wins Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Broncos. But a Defensive Rookie of the Year performance for DeMarcus Ware is huge. That is huge. Offense is looking pretty solid. We just need to still find that tight end. Once we find the tight end, we're going to be good. Eli Manning goes to the start end, by the way. I just noticed that. That's big. Then defense, we've got DeMarcus Ware at X Factor. Sean Merriman has X Factor. We need one more defensive tackle to pair alongside Ryan Pickett. We need one more corner. And maybe another edge rusher. But for now, we're doing okay. We'll figure it out. We'll see what free agency has for us. What is free agency going to have in store for the good guys? Are we going to have some players available? We are going to have to re-sign that the offensive lineman that we tagged. So he's going to be in here. There he is, Larry Turner. We also have Pisa. We have Travis Fisher. Okay, so there's a couple more names, but nobody that's like, oh my God, I have to have them. We should be still pretty good. So let's get Larry Turner back. He is a little bit more expensive at this point, but he's definitely worth it. So we will offer him even more money than we did previously. Severely overpaying. I thought last year I was overpaying him. This year I'm crazy overpaying him, but I got to if he wants to be stingy. So we bring back Larry Turner. I want Pisa back because he's a good piece to this. He's a good piece of this team. So we'll bring him back, hopefully, if he agrees. And then another year in the Bills playbook, we should be more of a threat next year, especially with these guys developing even further, like DeMarcus Ware and everything like that. So we should be good to go with that. Let's just offer Travis Fisher that extension, so he's going to come back. We should probably get Brandon Chiller, because he's only 23, and he's a 79 overall star dev player, so might as well offer him a contract. And he's not going to be very expensive at all. I mean, this is pennies on the dollar compared to what we're paying other guys. So Brandon's back. Is that everybody that I want? Robert Thomas? Let me get Robert Thomas back. It's not super expensive. We have the money to do so. We have das money, so we might as well pay him that money. There we go. So we have about 60-something million. What? 68 million. There we go. 68 million to go into free agency with. Hopefully there's some good people there at positions we need. Let's take a peek. Adam Vinatieri. A lot of offensive tackles again. We don't really need those. Can I get my corner here? Do I have to draft a corner? I mean, there's probably some corners I could take that are going to be fine. There's a couple of star dev corners. Dexter Wynn and Keith Smith. Let me go after Keith Smith. I bet Keith Smith could be a very nice fourth corner for us and develop into a great player. Because Jeremetrius, Butler, and Antro Roll are already fine, and then we have Travis Fisher, obviously. So let's offer Keith Smith that contract. We can get our fourth corner right here. And then... what else do I need? I need another defensive tackle, don't I? I see O.C. Umenyiora. I have to have O.C. Umenyiora. We could use an extra edge rusher anyway, so I'm going to grab Umenyiora, and he's going to sign with us most likely. And then I could use an extra defensive tackle to pair alongside Ryan Pickett. But I don't think any of these guys are really worth drafting. I might have to draft, or I might have to draft somebody instead of signing them. Yeah, let's just go with who we've offered so far. Keith Smith and O.C. Umenyiora. Those guys should both sign, and they do. So we get a fourth corner, and we get an extra edge rusher. I think that is a big-time home run in free agency. No, we still don't get a tight end, but we'll figure that out. Or he could just be the tight end, I guess. We have 3 wide receivers. That's really all you need in Sim. Offense line's good. Let's get to the draft. We should have 2 first-round picks again. I don't know where ours is obviously going to be not great because we made the playoffs. But I don't know where the other one is because I don't remember who we traded with. Is it the Niners? Possibly? I don't remember, honestly, who we traded with. And this draft class, obviously, is still going to be busted because it's the same person that made the 2005 one. So I will have to go looking for some new draft classes, some new legendary draft classes. Hopefully there's some out there. Let's figure out what we got. We got Mario Williams. We got Vince Young. What do we even need? We need tight end, so Vernon Davis definitely want to scout. We need D-tackle, so Haloti Nada scout. And then probably Mercedes Lewis? We could use an extra wide receiver, I guess, but you don't need more than 3 really in Sim. So let's just scout Mercedes Lewis. See what happens there. And then get to the mock draft and figure out where we're even picking it. Because I know our pick's going to be not great, but I'd like to know where the other pick is. We should have 2. So Mario Williams number 1, and then number 1, oh my god, we have the top 2 pick. Who did we trade with? I don't know who we traded with, but we have a top 2 pick. Reggie Bush. Well, I'm not going to take Reggie Bush. I think I have to take Haloti Nada. I think I have to stay at number 2 and take Haloti Nada. I could trade down, but is that really even worth it? We need to take Haloti Nada with number 2 overall. And then at number 22 is where we take Vernon Davis, I think, if he's not already... Was he already off the board? I wasn't looking. Vernon. I don't see him. We'll just take Vernon Davis at number 22. I didn't realize we had the number 2 pick. Whose pick is that? Who can we thank for getting the number 2 overall pick? It's the Niners. Okay. Thank you, San Fran. That's big. I didn't expect to see number 2 overall pick. The Browns at number 1 will grab Mario Williams, staying true to form. And we We'll stay at number 2 and take our guy, Haloti Nada. Boom. Welcome aboard, Haloti. He's number 3 in true value. He's great. He's fantastic. We have now our guy other than Ryan Pickett. And then since we know that Vernon Davis is going to be here at the undrafted spot, we're just going to grab him. Also, A.J. Hawk is undrafted. That's a little disrespectful to A.J. Hawk. But I'm going to take Vernon Davis. We know he's good. And then we'll go to the second round. We'll see what's available. Ooh, that's almost a skip. Don't want to do that. Hawk is still available. I feel like I'm cheesing the system by drafting these guys that are undrafted, but I can't help it. I mean, it's not my fault that the draft class sucks. I didn't realize it was. There's no way to test it until you get into a draft class. I'm going to take A.J. Hawk. There's no way to test the draft. If they had a way to test the draft classes before you load into a franchise, the only way you can see draft classes is if you load into a franchise, then load it in, and then see how it looks from there. It's not my fault. I didn't know. I'm not the one that made it. If they want to be stupid and mess up the draft classes, then I'm going to take advantage of it, I guess. I'm just going to have to make sure that the guys are back up to form. Let's take the Domata Peko. Domata Peko, good pick. So now we don't even really need Ryan Pickett anymore. And then we go to the 4th round. I did see Jari Evans. That would have been a nice pick, but he went earlier. I guess I'll grab myself a backup running back. Give me some Lawrence Maroney. Backup running back action. That'll be good. And then we'll move on to the 5th round. And I probably don't even need to be in here, do I? In the 5th round. I mean, Bobby Carpenter's still available. I'll take Bobby Carpenter. He's a Buckeye. We'll grab him just for depth purposes. And then I think we will end the draft there. We'll see how bad those guys are. Obviously, I'll do what I did last year with DeMarcus Ware and Sean Merriman. I'll go and make them like a 75 or something like that. So we got, oh my god, 99. Okay, I'll lower Haloti Nada as well, because he shouldn't be a 99. Man, whoever made these draft classes does not know how to make draft classes, apparently. Because these are all kinds of busted. So I'm going to go through and change all of these now, because Haloti Nada shouldn't be a 99 overall. Domata Peko shouldn't be an 85. So I'm going to go fix them like I did last year. And with these additions, we should be able to win a Super Bowl, whether this year or next year. It's getting pretty close. Well, would you look at that? The LA Rams, nope. I knew I would do it. The St. Louis Rams are 15-2. And I swear to you, I did not force any wins in the regular season to get this record the way that it is. You just have to have the right playbook. Now, to be fair, we did rock Buffalo playbook last season, but we didn't have the players at a high enough level. You got to have a mixture of the right playbook that simulates well and a high enough overall to actually do it. And we now have that high enough overall team. So, as you can see, there's no force wins. This is just the way the team simulated because the playbook is so good. And Eli Manning had such a killer year. This might even be an MVP caliber season. 5,100 yards, 48 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. We made the right decision taking Eli from the Giants. 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns from Steven Jackson. So it's not like our offense was all passing. We put the ball on the ground a lot, too. Steven Jackson was a beast. We had Andre Johnson and Brandon Lloyd come up huge. Both had double-digit touchdowns. Awesome. And then we had, defensively, Sean Merriman had 128 tackles. Jeremetrius Butler with 106. Tackle for loss leader was DeMarcus Ware. Haloti Nada put up 13. I did knock him down to like an 83 or something like that, 82. Instead of the 99 that he was originally. Sack leader was Ware with 15. Nada had 8.5. Leonard Little had 8. And then interception number, Travis Fisher and Antrell Roll both had 3. The rookie Roll getting 3 interceptions kind of sick. Or second-year player Roll, whatever he is. But we had a killer regular season. 15-2 is insane. I told you, man, you just need the right playbook. It's kind of annoying that every rebuild kind of boils down to just getting the right playbook. But that's the way the game is. You got to play the game the way the game's been played. So let's simulate this division round. I swear to the Lord above, if you make me lose after having a 15-2 season, thank God. Okay. I mean, Madden does that type of stuff all the time. So I didn't know. I didn't know for sure if they were what they were going to do. But we will jump into this game because we usually jump into championship games / Super Bowls. It's Rams Falcons. We were the #1 seed. We host this game. This is going to be tough, though, because the Falcons just played in the Super Bowl in this video. I think it was against the... Was it against the Colts? I can't remember. They played somebody in a Super Bowl. No, it was the Patriots. That's right, because it was Patriots-Falcons, because I made the joke that it was a few years too early. And the Patriots got the championship. They got the Super Bowl. But we're looking to keep the Falcons out of the Super Bowl this year, and we take their place. It would be nice if, when we chose the alternate uniforms, the logo in the middle changed. I mean, I know it does it for Giants games, because I saw it. I saw it do it for Giants games when we put the retro unis on for the Giants. It switches the logo to the retro logo, and I wish it would change it to a retro logo for the Rams when I put on the retro uniforms. But we got Eli Manning out here, and I'm seeing he has superstar dad now. He was the guy during the season. Well, that's pretty fine and dandy, if you ask me. That's pretty sick. We're not getting out of this. We're going for this on 4th down because I'm a sick psychopath who's going to go for it. The only reason C. Smith didn't get in the first place because he got bumped off of his route. So, is double motion? Ooh, I don't know if I've ever run a play with double motion. It's got to be underneath. And Steve Smith got bumped again. You can't make this stuff up, man. Steve Smith got bumped again. Thankfully, he got the first down. But back-to-back routes, he's going to get bumped. Are you kidding me? I didn't even recognize Andre Johnson out there because he's got his player model is a white guy. That's kind of funny. And Steven Jackson looking good in the Rams uni. Looking like prime Steven Jackson, baby. He gets another big play. 1st and 10. Eli Manning. Handoff. Jackson denied. No gain. Okay. They want to play it like that, do they? They want to stop me? They want to stop what they can't stop? We'll see how it goes when Brandon Lloyd dunks on you for a touchdown. Eli Manning, beautiful bomb. Touchdown Rams, we bring it to a tie. Late in this 3rd quarter. The extra point's up and good. Let's get back to the good old play the moments here. Hopefully it doesn't screw me anymore. We are going up against a good Falcons team with Michael Vick, obviously. We got the football back and it's our time. Our time is now. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. Handoff, Steven Jackson. He's got blocked. Steven Jackson! Oh my good God. Steven Jackson might be him. If there's anybody in the annals of history that's ever been him, it might be Steven Jackson. You can't keep this 15-win team down, although they did a good job right there. They shut down that one, but can you shut down this crossing pattern? Because this looks like a guaranteed Vernon Davis catch. And it might just be. Vernon Davis has got it, and he doesn't have just a catch. He's got a touchdown to give us the lead. Vernon Davis, the rookie. And we have the football back. Do I hear ball game? Do I hear ball game? It's over. You can put this one in the record books as a W for the boys. Although Falcons players are going to be upset. It's just how it happens, man. It's just how it happens. Did I call a direct snap here? No, I don't think so. Handoff Jackson. He's got it, and he's got almost a first down. 3rd down and 4. Timeout called by the Falcons. We'll just go with the shallow cross underneath. They won't be able to stop it. They simply won't be able to stop it. I am going to send C. Smith deep just in case. See what happens. But it's wide open. It's Brandon Lloyd. He's got the first down and more. That should be the ball game. 3 touchdowns, 181 yards for Eli's kind of crazy. Maybe proving why he is the MVP. I don't know if they're going to give it to him or not. Knowing my luck, they're not going to give it to him. Although the Falcons are really watching the run game. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not going to snap this before the 2-minute warning. Because we need one more first down. I think one more first down wins us the NFC Championship and we go to the Super Bowl in year number 3. To be fair, we've rebuilt this Rams team really quickly. We just needed the 1 year of Eli Manning in the Bengal playbook to get his overall to a respectable spot. Then we switch to Buffalo playbook. We take 1 year where we win, 9 games, I think, last year? We didn't do that amazing. God, they are really rocking with the run. We still do need that first down, though, unfortunately. We took year number 2 to put in the Buffalo playbook, but the guys were still developing at that point. And this is the payoff to that development. Steven Jackson make a man miss. He did make another man miss. Steven Jackson trying to get that first down. He got a 4th-and-1 scenario. I can't punt this football back to them, can I? I can't. I can't. I legitimately can't punt this ball back to the Falcons. I've got to go for it. Here we go. We're going to snap this ball. It's going to go to Steve Smith, most likely. We are under a minute to go. First down ices it. It's Steve Smith wide open. He's got it. First down. Rams are going to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We've rebuilt the St. Louis Rams in just 3 seasons. One of my quicker turnarounds. Usually it takes me 4 or 5, but something about this team, man. Something about this team. Eli Manning, we did it. We win the NFC Championship. We will play for a Super Bowl. Against who? I have no idea. But 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards for Eli. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I'm hoping they give him the MVP. That'd be really sick. That would be really, really sick if they gave him the MVP. But we will find out who we are going to play in the Super Bowl. Please don't let it be the Patriots. Don't let them go back-to-back, please. Don't let it be the Patriots. It's the Chiefs. Okay, this is not your Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce Chiefs, obviously. This isn't even your Alex Smith. Who is on this Chiefs team? Now I got to know. Who's on this Chiefs team that they're in the Super Bowl? Tony G. Vince Young. He's a 92. Well, he's playing up to a 92 with the morale. Priest Holmes. Vincent Jackson's here, so good drafting by the Chiefs. On offense, at least. Jared Allen is here. Man, no wonder this team is in the Super Bowl. They got a young Vince Young. No pun intended. They got a young Vince Young. Tony G. Priest Holmes. I mean, you got a killer roster. That's a really good roster. We were the best offense in the league, and the best team. We were the best team in football. This is going to be not as easy as I did thought. Originally, when I first saw the Chiefs on there, Vince Young could be a problem for us. Who knows? I mean, he's named Michael Vick, but this is a younger, bigger, stronger version of Michael Vick. So we'll see what happens. We have turned this Saints team around, and we are playing for a Super Bowl. We scored immediately there, 7-3. Now it's 7-10, unfortunately. 14-10. Oh my God, we're doing all this without me even jumping in. Now it's 17-14. We finally get a moment. We did all that without even getting a moment. Down by 3 with a minute to go in the Super Bowl. Well, in the first half of the Super Bowl. And I think you know who I got to hit. I got to hit Stevie. Got to hit Stevie boy with that one. And you know what? I might just run back the same play. If the Chiefs are going to give me that much space, we might just hit the exact same play a third time. Run it back. Run it back. Same play again. See what happens. Hit him with it. Hit him with it, Stevie. That's 3 straight catches, and we're already up to the 39-yard line. We'll call our first timeout. That's how you run offense. You run the exact same play 3 times, and you dare them to stop it. We've already gotten close to field goal range. We're going to fire at Brandon Lloyd, who has Superstar Dev, by the way, if you just noticed that. I just noticed it. I just noticed that he has got Superstar Dev. Does a slot fade work with Brandon Lloyd? Hold on. Does a slot... Oh, they're going to back up. Of course you are. And I got an false start because I was doing too many audibles. I wasn't expecting them to back up when I changed the play to a slot fade. So they kind of got me all flustered there. And then I changed it again, and then I got a false start. Unfortunate. 24 seconds. 1 timeout. Brandon Lloyd. Just run out of bounds. Brandon, he got out of bounds. I only got a yard out of that because I had to run out of bounds. But you know what? It's worth it. Because we saved that timeout. We are in field goal range. And I think I got to go to the end zone. Brandon Lloyd! Touchdown Rams! Did you see my dog, Brandon Lloyd? That catch right there, no matter what happens in the Super Bowl, that catch right there makes the Brandon Lloyd trade worth it. Just right there. That catch and that touchdown. Regardless if we win the Super Bowl, great throw by Eli Manning, by the way, taking the shot in the back or in the kidney. But that catch right there, regardless of what happens, obviously I want to win the Super Bowl, but regardless of what happens, that catch right there makes the trade worth it. to bring in Brandon Lloyd. What other superstar wide receivers are catching that? 21-17, we have the football. It's a 3rd and inches call. This is intense. Eli's got X Factor, so he must have won MVP. I didn't see on the ticker thing. Oh, I ran into the offensive lineman. You can't be serial right now. And it's 20. Oh, my God. We are scoring. Oh, my God. Give me a moment, please. I mean, they gave me a defensive moment. My God, all the points are coming when I'm not even getting moments. This is crazy. Vince Young, who doesn't even look like Vince Young. That's okay. Swatted down. That's 4th down. That's a turnover. The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. It's written in the stars. Eli's got his X Factor. It's Gambit, actually. Or Gambler, as I like to call it, because that's what it was called. Oh, but we can't run the football, apparently. Do we kick the field goal? We're up by 11 with 2:44 to go in this one. The field goal is the smart option to make it a 2-score game. Like a 2-touchdown game, I should say. But I don't care about the analytics. I don't care about the smart play. I care about the gambler. And the gambler in me goes for it. Vernon Davis 1st down. That's got to be the ball game. 3:15 and 4 touchdowns. If Eli doesn't win MVP, we're rioting. We're rioting in the streets. And that is it. We have completed the rebuild of the 2004 St. Louis Rams. Boom. In just 3 seasons, we've rebuilt this team. We got our quarterback in year 1. That's the most... If you're ever going to do a rebuild, get your quarterback as quick as possible. Whoever it is. It doesn't really matter. With the Bengal playbook, the way that it plays in Madden 26, it literally doesn't matter who your quarterback is. Get your quarterback and make sure that you put him in the Bengal playbook in the first year or first 2 years that they're in the system. Once you get your quarterback, you can put the rest of the pieces around him, and then after a couple of years, you've got your good development, you've got some really big building block pieces on your team, both offense and defense, then you switch to Bill's playbook, and you take off. It's really a very simple concept, a very simple formula to win Super Bowls in Madden 26, and we did it again. 5 touchdowns and 317 yards for Eli. Yeah, he's definitely winning Super Bowl MVP. He's probably also winning league MVP. What a stud from Eli Manning. And that hurts me as a Patriots fan to say Eli Manning is a stud. But hey, in this universe, he never beat the Patriots twice. So we will advance to season recap just to see exactly who won what awards. I'm assuming we got MVP. We probably got Offensive Player of the Year. We got everything. So we do get the Super Bowl MVP with Eli Manning. We do get NFL MVP, regular season MVP, but that is all. Well, we get Coach of the Year as well, but that is all we get. Reggie Wayne gets Offensive Player of the Year. Julius Peppers is Defensive Player of the Year. Vince Young on that very same Chiefs team wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Antonio Cromartie from the Buccaneers gets Defensive Rookie of the Year. But I don't care about all that because we got our Super Bowl. We can officially close the book on this St. Louis Rams rebuild. We have fixed this aging roster and turned them back into a Super Bowl champion and pretty much a dynasty because you got Eli Manning on a rookie contract. You've got a young offensive line that's all signed up. We signed Leela to a long contract. We signed LaCharles Bentley. We signed Turner. We just have to re-sign Dorsey and Pace, but Pace was already locked up for 5 years when he started this video. You got Vernon Davis on a rookie contract. Steven Jackson's young. You've got Andre Johnson on a rookie contract. You've got everybody that you need on rookie contracts. Your entire defense basically is on rookie contracts, except for Adam Archuleta and Mikel. You're not paying anybody, really. You're paying a few guys a good amount of money, but everybody, your entire team basically is on rookie contracts. So I've set up this Rams team for a potential three-peat, a potential dynasty. And I would like to say thank you to you guys for stopping by and watching because we have won a Super Bowl with this 2004 Rams team. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel for more, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.